How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Listen, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about Midrasha and get a little bit of a sense of, maybe for starters, why you bring David and Sabrina to Midrasha.
I bring them there so that they will learn more about Jewish traditions, and because I know that they have fun learning in Midrasha.
Uh-huh. And are there other things that, apart from more formal learning, that you've seen that they get out of it?
Well, for one, they have fun. They get a different perspective other than what we tell them at home. And they enjoy teaching, they enjoy acting, and they enjoy reading and sharing things with other kids and other people. So this gives them an opportunity to do things that they like doing and want to do. They like, like I said, they like to act. And so this gives them a chance to do that. And they don't even realize they're learning at the same time. They just do it because it's fun.
Another question I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel about Midrasha?
Well, I like it because it gives an opportunity for my kids to socialize with other Jewish kids, which we live in an area where there aren't very many Jewish people. So in that aspect, I really like it. I like it because I see how they grow after each time they come here. That they get a little more confidence when they're in their reading. They get a little more confidence being in front of people, and that's important to me. And it gives them some cultural experience as well as learning.
Are there any things that you think might improve it? Things that we could do differently that might make it a better experience for the young people?
Offhand, I can't think of a way that I would improve it.
So I wanted to ask you, Mark, why you bring the young people to Julia and Carl to Midrasha?
Well, mostly because they seem to have a delightful time being here, is one thing. Mm-hmm. But also, from my perspective, it's an opportunity for them to get a little more exposure to the cultural history of in Judaism, our people. And I think the program that you and Hulda have developed very effectively draws them in and makes them feel very much a part, not only of the community, but they seem to learn and profit from the experience of doing the various productions that they've participated in. And they actually look forward to it. Times that my schedule has precluded their being here, they've been disappointed.
How do you see what they've learned?
Occasionally we'll talk about it, mention it, they'll dialogue about it, certainly ask questions about specific things. They've gotten a little more sensitized to being Jewish, in the sense that they'll ask things about kosher, and frankly don't formally keep anything kosher in the traditional sense. But they'll raise questions and ask the whys, and to the best of my ability I try to explain it. They've also developed, especially Carl, I think, a broad interest in history in general, both in terms of the things he's learned here, some of which is through the Midrasha, some of it is through the regular Tuesday school. And then, of course, there's a complementary part that's going on in his regular secular school, where history now and they're studying Greek civilization, things of that nature. So, cognitively, I think it's registering for him in a variety of ways. Julia just enjoys doing what she's doing. And, both of them have, I think, a feeling of being budding actors or actresses.
Do you see them having gotten anything else out of it other than the formal learning or just the fun of it? Do you see any other effects on them?
Well, I think in terms of, for both, and I think especially for Carl, a real boost in self-esteem, a sense of acceptance, which sometimes he feels challenged in a number of ways. He does have some discomfort at times being social. Both of them are a little bit shy, And this has been a very, very positive experience, actually, for both of them, and I think in particular Carl, to be able to express himself publicly in the way he does, and to also be accepted by the other kids in the program without a lot of the kinds of hassles that sometimes happen with kids in school.
How do you feel about Midrasha yourself?
I think it's a very valuable program. At times I thought it would be nice for me to be in a play, but I'm not. Again, my schedule is such that one more thing I'm not sure would do it. But if I did have the time, I would certainly do that.
Is there anything that, from your point of view, we could do to improve it, make it more effective?
Again, I'm just based on what I've seen and not having any anchor point in any direction. It seems to be more than I would have hoped it would be. I thought at some point there would be perhaps a little more formal instruction in the process, maybe the remedial instruction, maybe a better term, vis-a-vis the materials covered in the regular religious school. But beyond that, I can't think of anything.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very fine, thank you.
I wanted to ask you, why you bring Emily and Sammy to Midrasha?
I do it for them. They just really love it. I mean, they like learning the lines to the various stories, and I think mostly they really like just dressing up in the costumes and being with their friends, and I think they really enjoy accomplishing something and the challenge of getting it straight, and it's amazing to me. When they're doing their practice and everything, it kind of looks like they're goofing off, but every Friday night, boy, just like clockwork, they pull it off. It really works great.
What do you see that they've learned?
Well, I think they learn both cooperation and discipline. I think they also learn the Bible stories, and hopefully they learn a little bit of the morals and ethics and meaning behind the stories.
Uh-huh.
Emily's a little young. She's only just turned 6, so I think for her it's mostly a chance to be with other kids and a chance to dress up. But I hope for Sammy that it also is some learning about the virtues of Judaism and some of the lessons to be learned.
Do you see that other than that kind of learning, do you see that they've gotten other things out of it? Is there anything else that you can see that they've gotten out of it?
I think they enjoy being able to show their parents, in our case us, and other adults in the congregation, that they can, teach some of the lessons of the Bible, and I think they also enjoy meeting the other children and getting to work together, and I think that is the dominant thing that they enjoy about it.
What do you think or feel about Midrasha yourself?
I like it a lot. I mean, I like coming to service on Friday, and I like the fact that they enact the various stories and help the congregation learn various aspects of Judaism and of the Bible. Sometimes I stay and watch the practices. It's a lot of fun. They have, they're disciplined, but they goof around a lot as well. But like I said, when it comes to Friday, it's amazing to me. They are on the mark. They do a great job.
Is there anything from your point of view that we could do to improve the program, to make it a better experience for the young people?
Not really. No, I think that you and Fulda got it right. If you had more resources, the costumes could be more elegant, or the stages could be, more dramatic or whatever. But I mean, with limited resources, a lot of effort is put in, and the costuming is fantastic, and the stage is fantastic, and it all seems to work well. I think it's for the children more than anything, and I think the children enjoy it. It's gleeful and joyful for them, and I think that's the test.
Thanks very much.
My pleasure.